And a good day, all of you. John Henderson, Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, back again with you. Another Beverage Rambling edition today. We're looking at Braided River Coastal Stout, Oyster Stout, 5.7% ABV. This is an American Stout style. So far, good scores on tap. I have seen very little of it on Rate Beer or Beer Advocate. So a couple of days ago, not too recently, I did a review with this with Stout Sunday, John and Neely's Stout Sunday. I do with John and Neely. I don't do as many Stout Sundays, but I recently did one with him. And of course, host of Georgia Beer Reviews, and I brought this stout and I tried it and I really enjoyed it. And I said, I really had originally intended to review it, but since I was going to be a part of Stout Sunday, I said, all right, that was the only stout I had available. So here's what the beer looks like. Of course, Braided River is based here in Mobile. Nice head, very from top. It's kind of very brownish look. It's not your look like your day start pretty dark, but it has a very brownish, sort of very kind of murky water type look to it. So there's a sort of a bit of a very strong roast malt in this, almost like a coffee, but also there's a bit of a saline, mild, I guess, salt water scent I'm getting right now from this oyster stout, right? So never had this. Never. This was my first time having it. So my second time having this beer now. So this isn't too bad. On to the taste. Almost a very dark, typical of the stout. Very coffee-like, malty, like you're drinking a coffee. Mild little sweetness in there. One or two maybe sugar teaspoons of sugar. I'm guessing. But there's a mild salt, just a little mild, guys. But you think stouts would pair well with meats and things like that. Um, More of anything gamey would kind of go well with it. A stew, beef stew, pot roast, something like that. But I could see what this could pair well with a little some seafood, oysters, clams, mussels. But again, there's that sort of saline, salty feel that I'm getting from this, which isn't bad. So, mentioned Braided River, the brewery is based in right here in Mobile. We have three other breweries in town: Serta, uh, Old Majestic, and I think Iron Hand. I think they may have closed down. There's also Haint Blue, but beers being brewed out in Mississippi at the place where they do Lazy Magnolia, where they produce Lazy Magnolia beer, or maybe the Southern Prohibition Company, one of the two. Um, Breweries. So yeah. So I've had their Hoppy by Nature IPA. That's probably one of the only beers I've had from them. And, I enjoyed it. And it's kind of good to see what this area was putting out right now locally in beer. Obviously, the pandemic has really kind of thrown everything for a loop in terms of businesses. A lot of these breweries have continued to maintain, produce, but some of their pubs, whatever, just not people just been trying to social distance and cover themselves from COVID um, 19, not wanting to be infected. But obviously, they have continued to put out a lot of beers, which is kind of good to see. You know, love to see businesses, small businesses, particularly local breweries, kind of stay. And I know they're all struggling right now. A lot of them are, and limiting the amount of capacity of people they can bring into their brewery and brew pubs, whatever. So the brewery is based on St. Louis and based St. Louis Street in Mobile. Basically, in every supermarket in town that I'm living here, you can get the beer pretty much readily available, all of them. So this is my second beer I've had from them. So yeah, so it has, you almost think you're drinking a a sort of very strong stout, but this is very sessionable in my opinion. You could knock maybe you know 3, 4. I think that's about right. Seemed fair to do that. So anyway, thought to finish up guys with this on. I'm not gonna stay too long. Yeah, so this is pretty good. Again, oysters, seafood can go good with this, but you can also pair this with nice, like I said, pot roast, beef stew, you know, a meat pie, whatever. Shepherd's pie. I think that would kind of, or corned beef. So yeah, so this is quite good. So I'm gonna go an A on this one. That would be a 9 for this oyster stout, the Braided River Coastal Stout. So it's an oyster stout. So seems like it's a very sessionable thing. You can pair with anything out of the water, you know, or anything out of the farmland. A cow, slaughter it up. So that's my score A. That will be a 9.3 for the Braided River Coastal Stouts. John Henderson, Pierre of the Beverage Rambleton. Keep on watching. Always cheers, live, laugh, and love. Braided River Coastal Stout out by the sea.